Hello friends, this is Anupam and welcome to my channel The Agriculturist. Today we are going to talk about pest survey, surveillance, forecasting and sampling methods. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe my channel The Agriculturist and press the bell icon so that you can get the latest notifications of my new videos. So let's start. In this image you are watching that there are some insect which affect some specific parts of India, right? So let's start with the pest survey. So what is pest survey? So it is an official procedure conducted over a defined period of time to determine the characteristic of a pest population or to determine which pest species occurs in an area. So what is pest survey? So it is an process to determine that the characteristic of a pest population or to determine the which pest species occur in an area, right? So there are two types of survey. First one is roving survey and second one is fixed plot survey. So in roving survey, the assessment of pest population damage from randomly selected spots representing large area. Large area can be surveyed in a short period of time. This is an advantage of roving survey. So suppose that if you have 1 hectare of area and you have to choose it some randomly spotted points like this, you can choose it from randomly any place of an area, right? So this is an roving survey. Second one is fixed plot survey. So in this assessment of pest population damage uh, from a fixed plot of region, the data of a pest population or damage recorded periodic till sowing to harvesting, right? So suppose that if you in this fixed plot survey you are surveying the pest population in an fixed plot, right? You don't have to choose at any spot. You don't have to choose any spots in as in roving survey. So this is an example. First image which you are watching is an example of fixed plot survey, and the image which you are watching in second one, this is an example of roving survey, which are some randomly chosen points or spots are chosen for surveying. Now the next thing arrives here, that what is pest surveillance. So it is an official process which collect and record the data on pest occurrence or absence by survey, monitoring or other processes. So what is pest surveillance? So it is an official procedure to collect and record data about the pest occurrence or absence by survey, monitoring or any other procedures. So what are the objectives of pest surveillance? There are some different objectives of pest surveillance. First one is to know existing and new pest species, to assess the pest population and damage at different growth stages of crop, to study the influence of weather parameters on pest species, to study changing pest status like minor to major, to assess natural enemies and their influences on pest, right? And next one is effect of new cropping patterns and varieties on pest. So these are the some objectives of pest surveillance. So there are mainly two types of surveillance system. There is general surveillance. So what is general surveillance? The process whereby information on a particular pest is of concern of an area is gathered from many sources, where it is available and provided for the use by NPPOs, like National Plant Protection Organization. So in this, what happens? The pest population or information is gathered by different sources, right, and provided to the NPPOs. And the second one is specific survey. So these type of survey which are organized by NPPOs for the specific pest on a specific site and a defined period of time. So these are some difference between general surveillance and specific surveillance, in which general surveillance the information gathered on the pest from the different sources, but in a specific survey the information is gathered on a specific pest and a specific period of time at the specific site by National Plant Protection Organizations, right? So next thing arrives here, what is pest forecasting? So it is a pest forecasting of pest incidents or outbreak based on the information obtained from the pest surveillance. It is known as pest forecasting. So what are the uses of pest forecasting? So first one is to predict the pest outbreak and which needs control measures and suitable stages at which control measures should be given maximum. So these are the uses of pest forecasting. So there are two types of pest forecasting. First one is short term forecasting, which is based on one or two season, and the long term forecasting, which is based on the effect of weather parameters on pest. Right. Now sampling techniques. So first one is absolute sampling, to count all the pests occurring in a plot. So in absolute sampling, we have to count all the insects which are occurring in a plot, and relative sampling to measure the pest in terms of some values which can be compared over a time and space. So relative sampling is used for some specific reasons, like right. So we use light trap, pheromone trap, and sticky trap for the collection of insect. So there are some sampling methods which are used for sampling. So first one is in situ count, visual observation on number of insect on a plant canopy, either entirely plot or randomly selected plots. So in situ methods, visual observation of insect is counted in the plant canopy, or it can be an entire plot or in the randomly selected plots. Second one is knockdown. So collection insect from an area by removing from crop and sudden trapping and counting or jarring them. Right. So in this method, we remove the pest from a crop and count them. Netting. So in this we use insect net for the collection of hoppers and grasshoppers. Next one is narcotized collection, the quick removing insect anesthetized and counted. So in this method we use anesthesias for counting insects. Next one is trapping. So there are some different types of trap which is used for the collection of insect, in which first one is light trap, which is used for the phototropic insect. Next one is pheromone trap. So it is species specific, or for the insect which are attracted towards the pheromone. Next one is a sticky trap, which is for sucking insect. And next one is bait trap for sorghum shoot fly or fish meal trap. Next one is emergence trap, which is used for the soil insects. So this is sticky trap, and this is pheromone trap, and this is light trap. Crop samples. So affected plants parts are counted. Example, bollworms. So crop sample is also used for the sampling, like in bollworm, like an affected number of plants parts like ball. So these are the some sampling techniques for insect. Next one is stages of sampling. So there are different stages at in which we have to count insect. So usually most injurious stages is counted. Sometime egg mass is counted, which is for practical consideration. In hoppers, nymph and adult stages is counted. So what should be the sample of size? So sample size differs with the nature of pest and crop, and proper size of sample should give, which gives an accurate results. So you have to take a proper size of sample size, because if you want an accurate result, so you have to take a proper size of sample, right? So decision making. So population or damage assessed from a crop compared with economic threshold level and economic injury level. When pest level cross economic threshold level, control measures has to be taken to prevent from reaching economic injury level. So thank you friends, this is all about the pest survey, surveillance, forecasting and sampling methods. So if you have any query, you can write me on the comment box, and if you want this video, so I will give you, and you can comment your email ID in the comment box. So we will meet you in the next video. Till then, have a nice day. Bye bye, and stay safe from COVID-19. Thank you.